Schools in Louisiana will have the option to resume class in person this upcoming fall. Today, the Louisiana Department of Education released school reopening guidelines. Erica Ferrando has the story.
Titled Strong Start 2020, the Louisiana Department of Education released guidelines to allow schools to reopen this fall with actions to reduce the spread of COVID-19.
We know that our students need to be in some form of school, whether that's fully congregate in a school building or that's fully distanced.
Louisiana Superintendent Dr. Cade Brumley explains the guidelines are structured on 3 phases, limiting groups to 10, 25, or 50 people with limited bus capacity. Everyone should wash their hands every 2 hours. 3rd graders and up wear face coverings while inside, including in the classroom.
Individual school systems will, be responsible for enforcing that.
High-touch surfaces like doorknobs will be cleaned before and after every group's use. High-risk sports and band and vocal music will not be permitted until phase 3. Every day, schools should plan to screen students with temperature checks and establish an area to isolate any students with symptoms. And if a student or staff member tests positive for COVID-19, they'll have to stay home until they're no longer infectious. Anyone in close contact will have to stay home for 2 weeks. Schools will need to inform faculty, students, and parents about the positive case, conduct a deep cleaning, and if it's determined the school is a source of ongoing spread, the school should temporarily close.
A positive case of COVID-19 does not necessarily warrant that a classroom or that a school be closed.
Brumley says school systems are developing models for remote education for students in quarantine or as an option for parents who do not feel safe sending their child to school.
In fact, many of them have already built out platforms to do distance education for next year for families who are making that option. And they're also building those out because should there be a need to switch to hybrid or should there be a need to go fully remote, they want to be in a better place.
State Superintendent Dr. Cade Brumley says this is not a one-size-fits-all approach, and each district will ultimately decide how their schools reopen, whether that be traditional, hybrid, or virtual learning. Erica Ferrando, Eyewitness News.
You can read those full guidelines in detail at WWL-TV.com. The Senate Committee on Education is scheduled to discuss the reopening guidelines tonight.